Hello and welcome to Aviation Event and Aviation TV. Today we're going to Austria. We're going to Kurt Hofmann, aviation journalist, aviation specialist, and aviation legend. Kurt, just the first question. There's some dramatic deadline for Lauda Motion. What's happening there?
Hello again, and good to talk to you, to all of you. There was a deadline with the unions yesterday, midnight, I would say, regarding cost-cutting measures by 20%, which the union did not agree. And so the deadline ended, and CEO Andreas Gruber today actually plans to fire 300 Vienna-based people. That means the end of the base Lauda Motion in Vienna. Bases in Stuttgart, Düsseldorf, and Palma would remain. So quite a challenging time here at the moment.
Okay, going directly to the other big player at Vienna Airport in Austria, which is obviously our Austrian Airlines. What's happening there? There aren't they?
Well, they found a solution with all the employees that saves around 300 million costs for the employees over the next years. This is a very positive sign for the talks regarding state aid. As you know, also Austrian Airlines needs some money to survive. So we are quite positive that the danger of insolvency is gone so far. And we expect in a few days or a few weeks, not many more, a solution regarding the future of this Lufthansa subsidiary here in Vienna. And if we talk about Lufthansa, actually, because we are so related with Lufthansa in Germany, we also watch from Austria what's going on with Lufthansa itself. We learned this rich company needs some money. So how is it going actually with you guys in Germany, with Lufthansa and one of the richest airlines in the world, actually?
Yeah, positive news as well here. First of all, instead of 8 billion euros, they're going to more or less 9 billion euros of state aid. That's the first thing. That's only a number, but still. But the surprise is somehow here that the French solution, having heavy state influence, reducing domestic routes, whatever that means, and other things, influencing company politics, will not happen probably because German state takes only 20% in shares and not 25 plus 1 share, which would give them some more influence. So that's the positive news here. German government, German state giving more money than expected, having less influence than expected, and this gives the whole thing just another kind of positive vibe, I would say. Liberal markets still here in Germany, and for Lufthansa's and Lufthansa groups and even Middle European aviation industry, this is some really good news, and the winner takes it all, Carsten Spohr.
We all know that Carsten actually was never a big fan of state shares in an airline, and he always said no.
He remembers some old times, you know. He remembers some old times.
Since a few weeks, times changed, so even he have to accept. But it sounds quite an interesting solution, as what you're telling us here.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, as you mentioned it, for the other two airlines we just spoke about, they're heavily hurt, Lufthansa, as any airline on this planet probably. So this thing is far from being positively solved for like the next couple of years. But compared to what has been discussed for almost 2 months now, this solution is quite surprising. And again, there's one winner, and this is Lufthansa and probably Lufthansa customers or Star Alliance customers even.
And what about the other airlines in Germany? Because it's not only Lufthansa itself, actually.
Yeah, I mean, Lufthansa has, after the Air Berlin collapse, has probably the highest market share ever, and that will not change at all. But still, there's TUI and let's say there's Condor. Both companies got very important state aid in kind of credits. Yeah, so I think again, there same situation there with some kind of reduced capacity, with some clever management, and with people being keen on going into vacations very soon, which I believe in. I think these companies also have a good chance to survive because, you know, Condor has other destinations than Lufthansa. Condor has other destinations than TUI. They're just battling maybe a bit for all these Mediterranean Sea destinations, but from from the strategical point of view, TUI and Condor have different approaches in the market, which could help them to survive and to establish their operations again very soon. If people can travel, if people want to travel, and if people have money to travel, that's maybe the decision-making factor. I think my impression is people want to travel. Don't you think so?
Sure, there's a big desire, especially after a few weeks of lockdown, we all get crazy sitting at home, and people, I think the wish list, of course, it depends how much money they will have in the future, but on the wish list, I think traveling to go on vacation is of high priority. So at least a few positive news in these difficult times, looks like, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. Question to you, Kurt. Did you already book your first post-corona flight? I mean, leisure flight or vacation or whatever?
Well, I have a ticket already from Vienna to Innsbruck, which actually was planning to fly before Austrian Airlines takes its grounding break. So I hope I can do as soon as possible. I try to be one of the first passengers with Austrian Airlines or Lufthansa whenever I know that I don't have to go into quarantine in Frankfurt or Hamburg. So I will book soon my flights, maybe to Innsbruck or Hamburg and Frankfurt, as soon as possible. I like to be one of the first passengers. I like to see how it works on the airport, how is the atmosphere, in the aircraft. We all have to expect changes with wearing masks and whatever. So maybe flying will be not that funny anymore in the next near future. But let's wait and see. I like to be one of the first passengers soon.
Yeah, and to have possibly a good occasion, because you know that we are planning to celebrate Aviation is Back in June, end of June, mid of June, end of June, and the 20th or 27th of June. And I heard that you are coming, like many other people, Julian Leger and other people are coming from Austria. And the date of Aviation is Back will be fixed very soon. It's a location problem, to be honest. And in these times, finding the right location is more difficult than finding flights. You wouldn't imagine, but that's reality. Yeah. And so you probably can fly very soon from Salzburg, Innsbruck, or from Vienna to Frankfurt, probably with a mask. Yes, I would guess so. But I promise that we do everything in Aviation-Event to celebrate Aviation is Back without wearing masks. That's my personal hope. And by the way, I did book my first flight, my first post-corona flight, as I said to Rüdiger Querni-Quest in Wirtschaftswoche 2 days ago. I'm dreaming, and I have booked it, to go to Hawaii in December. Can you imagine?
Yes, cool. A great place. And I'm
That's
jealous.
An anti-corona program.
Aloha Corona. So I like Hawaii. I was there 4 times, but I'm happy as well if I can just fly to Frankfurt in the next days, So, but I hope to resume other destinations soon. But my flight to Frankfurt to our event will be a very enjoyable one for sure.
Yeah. And other information for everybody here, as far as you didn't hear it, Kurt knows already about this, but Aviation-Event yearly convention was planned in Vienna on 9th of June. Unfortunately, and hopefully that's understandable for everybody, we have to postpone that one, that great event. It's going to be on 1st December in Vienna, at Vienna Airport, and that's why we will all see each other again, but just a bit later than scheduled. I hope we will also survive that. Just another last question to you, Kurt. I was asked this question by Rüdiger 2 days ago. Are you suffering from being withdrawn from flying?
Well, in my life, I took so far 2,952 flights because I have my own logbook. So far, I can survive, but I miss the smell of kerosene. Yes, I miss the seeing the airplanes, and I'm looking very much forward to board an aircraft soon again, as soon as possible.
Okay, I miss the boost of 2 or 4 engines at the runway. The feeling. Sure. This is what I'm missing. See you soon. See you in Frankfurt. I see you at Aviation is Back, and
absolutely
bring some big guys with you, and then we can even discuss more about what will happen in aviation industry in the next couple of months.
Sure, I'm working on that. I'm looking forward to meet all of you again in lovely Frankfurt.
Thank you very much. See you soon. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.